and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing the review / unboxing of LESSERAFIM's hot release. I know this came out quite a while ago, and unfortunately this is a voiceover video. The audio file got completely corrupted on this file, along with some other videos I have coming up. And I was pretty sad about it, but I did a poll on my community tab, and a lot of you said to still just salvage what I could from this video and just post what I can. So I decided to do that. I did still really want to give my respects to this wonderful album. I really liked it. So I do hope you will still enjoy this video. I don't fully remember everything I said while I was filming since it was so long ago, but I'll probably speed things up here and there just since this isn't a traditional review / unboxing video that I do, but I hope you still enjoy, and let's get right into it. We are starting off with the Volume 1 Drencher version. I think that's how you pronounce that. All the regular album versions come with this like plastic slipcover that you can see me taking off here. It kind of has these little dots things on it. I don't know how to describe them. You can kind of see them. I'm pointing them out, and they are to keep the two components together. The actual photo book as well as the envelope that you see here that holds all of the rest of the components that we have in the album. All right, so let's take a look at the photo book first. I think I am going to speed this part up a little bit because I know I'm usually chatting while I'm looking through these and I can't remember everything that I said, but I can tell you that I loved this concept the most. Drencher was my absolute favorite because I love the black and white that we were getting, that we're seeing right now, and then I love when we had the colored versions. It was these beautiful like nude tones, very creamy, flowy colors. Unche I especially loved. Yes, that outfit. Oh, amazing. Such a good concept. Let's look at this stuff inside now, starting off with the CD. I love the graphics on it. It's so pretty. I believe when I was filming, I thought all the CDs were the same, but they are slightly different in like the webbing and everything on each individual CD from all three versions. Next up is the lyric booklet, or like fold-out pamphlet more like. I'm burning hot there. This is the same in every single standard version, and it's just simple. It's got all the lyrics. It's got like a banner on the other side. I guess you could use it for that too, but it really just is super standard. Next up is the poster. All albums come with a poster that matches the concept you buy. So here is Drencher. I really like the vertical orientation. Such a beautiful photo. And then the postcard we have, again, it will match the concept you are buying. And I love it so much. I really like the design of this postcard. It has that cool writing on the back, which I love as a detail. Beautiful photo of the girls. And then this kind of like ripped, burned effect that they've done. Mine's a little damaged, but I feel like it adds to it a bit. I just really like that effect and added detail. I think it's really neat. All of the postcards have this little addition here, so I was very happy to see these. I like them a lot. Next up are the stickers. These are also per album version. So the Drencher comes with that Bonfire hot sticker, and then that really cool like clear logo sticker. I love that one. I think it is so neat. I really like it. It looks like melting, I guess, like ice melting. Big fan of that one. Next is the LESSERAFIM hot coaster. So this is like a heat activated coaster. At first glance, it's just a black coaster that says hot drink on here, but when you heat it up like I'm doing now, it reveals an image. It's a little bit hard to do with just your hands. This was also like April when I filmed this, so it wasn't super warm yet, but it reveals that Drencher version that you can see here. All right, last item is the photo card. I really like their photo cards from this era, from the standard album versions. They all had the negative on the back with the like glossy logo that's see-through, and my favorite that I have on hand as of filming was Chaewon's. She's so beautiful in these, and every single member version is like a two-cut, which I thought was a really unique way to do these photo cards. I really like them, and she looks incredible with her blonde hair and in these beautiful Drencher outfits that I told you I absolutely love. Next up is the Tan Guayak version. I have a hard time not calling it Tan Guac, but it's Guayak, I believe is how you say it. Unfortunately, I can't remember anything at all I said about this version type, but I do really feel like this is the epitome of what hot feels like to me when I think of LESSERAFIM's hot and their music video, you know, kind of everything. Just, they're in the desert, they're trying to cool off with the ice cream in the water and stuff. This is just a perfect concept. It matches the album so perfectly. As always with LESSERAFIM, I find I really appreciate the extra attention to detail they're putting into the graphic design of these photo books, like that tearaway page, just little extra things here and there, like all of those little speech bubbles coming out of Kazuha. It just makes it a little more interesting. Rather than just flipping through beautiful pictures, I'm also seeing a little bit more, and I love like detailed shots and cool graphics, images. You know me, if you've been here before, you know that that's something that I love. So I like that they're still continuing to do it with this album, and I think it especially looks cool with this concept because it's such a colorful, really cool concept. And of course at the very back we have the credit pages from LESSERAFIM to Fear Not. And let's take a look at all of the inclusions that come with the tan Guayak version, starting with the CD. I couldn't tell when I was filming, I'm pretty sure, but it is a little bit different. You might not even be able to see, but I'm kind of speculating and I'm not sure. But that is that one. Here's the lyric booklet again, the exact same, so nothing special. The poster, we have now a landscape version. I wish it was a little more zoomed in for this version. I don't really like how far out we are, but that's the poster. And here is the postcard. I am so sorry. I think for quite a few clips I've got my hair in frame. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. It's because I'm trying to heat up that heat coaster while I was talking about this. But here is the postcard. Same cutout of that like burnt edges. You can see it more in this version because it's colored, that it's kind of like faded on the edges too to give it more of that effect. And then the back is the exact same as the other versions. The 3 stickers we have for this one are Ash, which is that nice hollow. At Last the Flame is Born on the coffee cup, which is my favorite one from this version. And a cool like 60s dotted shiny come over sticker. So I tried my best to heat up that hot coaster there, and you can see the tan Guayak photo they have kind of revealed in the background. And the photo card I wanted to showcase, you might already be able to tell from the negative image here, but it is Yoonjin from the tan Guayak version. I really like her styling for this version, and I love the little ice cube skewer she has. Lastly, for the regular album versions, we have Bleached Aura. I really like this concept. I mean, I like all of the concepts, but I feel like Bleached Aura is a perfect name for this one. It matches it perfectly. I love like the pure white and like the wings, very SSERAFIM. And I really like the dark room with the blue lighting images. I love that. I really wish they used one of those images for the cover of this one. I was very surprised that it was that bright red one, but still a great concept. So inclusions time. Here is the CD. I think it's a little more obvious that this one's quite a bit different with all that webbing on one side. For some reason I decided to show the stickers first. I don't really know why, but we have the Cynical, we have the Hot Cake, which is another sticker I really love, and then another one of those like jelly clear but more of a melting logo one. It's so cool. I like this one too. I didn't show the lyrics pamphlet, but it is in here as well. And then here is the poster for the Bleached Aura version. Beautiful, of course. Love that bright white with the dark and then blue light background. And then here is the postcard for Bleached Aura, still with that like texture on the sides there. I love this photo of them a lot. I think it is so beautiful. It actually quite reminds me of Easy Era Sheer Mur. Just like such a pretty, beautiful photo. I love it. And here's my best attempt to show you the heated coaster for this version. I think it is actually the same photo as the postcard, or very similar, but there you go. And for the photo card, usually I try to show different members when I'm doing these kind of unboxing reviews, but as of the time of filming, I only had Chaewon's, so here is Chaewon's version. I love her with the blonde hair as well, and the braided pigtails, such a beautiful photo of her. So next up I have the compact version to show you. So I have the Weverse pre-order benefit versions, so they all come in that cardboard holder, which is quite nice to keep them all together. There are 6 this time, so we have a group one where there's usually only 5. You'll see me as I go through these, just showing everything inside. They come with a lyric pamphlet and CD, both of which are the same across all versions. And then they have an individual square card, sticker sheet, and tiny little photo book, as well as the photo card that are unique to each version. And the photo cards are one of 3 random, which are associated with the album member, or in the case of the group version one, it's a group or one of the 2 units. So as you can already see, I'm already showing you on camera everything that's in these albums, and I will be going through all of them individually and then showing you the photo card I decide to show, or the one that I have on hand, after I've gone through each of the album contents. I really like how this concept was the Born Fire music video concept. I really liked that intro. In general, I love the intros that LESSERAFIM does. I really appreciate that they do that. I love that introductory piece to their albums, and I always appreciate it. So I love that we got a little bit more. We usually don't get that with their intros, so I'm so happy we basically have a whole album concept to look more into that. And this is super cool, very high fashion and like museum. Obviously that was a big part of the trailer. Speaking of the trailer, I think this is a good time to talk about all of the individual songs on the album as well. So starting with Born Fire intro, obviously I really like that. I don't necessarily count the intros as songs, but I do think it is a really good opener to the album. It really matches the theme of what we're about to listen to afterwards. So then there's Hot, the title. Obviously I love Hot. It's so good. It's a little more low-key, I think, especially coming after Crazy, but it's a really good, easy listening, just a really nice song. It feels like a really good summer cruising around song. I just wish it was longer. I think we all do. That's been the main complaint I've heard, is I just wish it was longer because I feel like there just could have been so much more. But I also love the dance for it. I learned it pretty quickly when it released, and it's just a really fun one. The outfits and styling were just so beautiful. We're getting what we saw in that first album, the Drench Vetlier, those like flowy outfits. Oh yeah, especially like the dance practice one. I loved it. It's so nice. But otherwise, I found the music video very like compact, really like low ceiling, like really tight. I thought that was kind of odd. In small rooms, I felt like they weren't really able to showcase how cool the dance was because of it. But then the last scene where they're dancing on the beach, that was just so beautiful. But yeah, definitely loving Hot. Next up is Come Over. This is actually my favorite song on the album. So this is produced and I think also written by some of the members of another group called Jungle. Not K-pop or anything if you haven't heard of them, but I don't even know what their genre would be, but I'm a big fan of Jungle. When I first heard that they were potentially doing a collaboration, I was so excited. And then when the album released, I could tell right away that Come Over was probably going to be my favorite song on the album. I didn't quite remember at the time that they were going to do a collab with Jungle, but then I kind of realized it later when the music video came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, of course this is my favorite song because one of my two favorite musical acts collabing at this point, so I was really excited. It is quite a repetitive song, but that's really indicative of what Jungle usually does, so it's really cool to see like perfect collaboration between Jungle and LESSERAFIM. It's like something that was just so cool. Collaboration might not be the right word, but I hope you know what I mean. The music video is also super cute, and all the stages they did with that retro vibe and the outfits and styling, adorable. I know the music video is basically an ad, I think, but it's very cute and very well done, so love Come Over. Next up is Ash. Ash is such a beautiful and incredibly important song to their discography. Come Over is my favorite, kind of because of other factors, but Ash is like barely behind Come Over for me. It is just so beautiful and lovely to listen to in such a like heartbreaking way, especially when you take a look at the lyrics and what it's all about. But at the same time, it's like a bop. It is such an interesting song. I truly do wish that this was their B-side that they promoted, even though I love Come Over. I just think this song is so amazingly well done. So I think a lot of people also feel the same way about Ash, and I wish it got a little more love, or at least a dance practice or something. I think all we have is a stage performance, which is still amazing. I'm glad we have something, but I do wish we had more for this beautiful song that I know Yoonjin produced, and I think she also helped write as well. But yeah, just so incredible. And then the final song on the album is so cynical, and in parentheses, but this song is taking the place of what is normally their like more ballad, like slow song. All of their slower songs have always been really nice and great. Slow songs just aren't really for me. I generally don't listen to them too much, so this was a welcome change for me. And not only that, this song is so cute. It is such a good song. Like, it's adorable, it's really fun, and just like a nice little light-hearted end to the album, especially after something that felt a lot heavier coming right after Ash. So I think it was a really good lineup that they put everything in as well, because this one will leave you just in a really good mood. This one has producing credits for Yoonjin, Eunchae, and Chaewon, which is also really cool. To actually be honest, picking a favorite on this album was probably pretty hard. It really was the Jungle aspect that did it for me. But this is a really well-rounded, incredible album. And we're actually on the last moments here of me finishing up going through all of the compact albums on video. We've got Eunchae's photo card from her version, and I hope that was a fun way to review the compact versions for you guys. The next version is the Weverse album version. As always, LESSERAFIM switches up the packaging a little bit every single time, but this one is pretty similar to the Crazy Era. We have version A and version B. And what I love about this album type is that you open them up and they look like little matchbooks. They're just so cute. They have the caution at the very top, the match is kind of in the background, and then that like strike print there, which is really neat. Perfect for an album named Hot, of course. So we're looking at version A right now. The QR code part of it, which is actually like a long strip image of the girls. It's really cute. They're having a great time. Looks good. And next we'll look at the photo cards. So there are 2 OT5 sets of photo cards in the Weverse version of the albums. There is a unique standardized set that's in Weverse version A, and then the same deal for version B. And then there's also the other set of OT5, which is a random one of 2. I hope that makes sense. And we are starting off with the non-random version for Weverse version A. So it's in that Weverse concept that they did, which they're all wearing the merch, the Being Hot is My Full-Time Job t-shirt that they released in this like flash, like camera flash looking concept. I really like it. And then moving on to the random set for this version, you either get a selfie or a unit photo card in specifically the Weverse version A1. I'm trying to show you kind of a mix of what the 2 different photo cards look like. So you just saw 2 units. Here is the selfie that is for Yoonjin, and then back to units for the rest of them, as that's what I had on hand at the time. I think it's a bit of a mix of that like Weverse specific version concept and then what I would consider more of the tin album, which we are going to look at in a little bit. Moving right along to Weverse version B, same thing, just with the darker color there, and we have that QR sheet again, which is the exact same as version A. The backs of these photo cards are a little bit different. They have the kind of blue shadow rather than the silver. I'm actually only really realizing that now, and we are taking a look at the standard version for Weverse B. So the same concept, but a little bit different looking photo cards. I love Kazua's one. It's probably my favorite. It's so cute. But of course, everybody looks great. I do quite like this concept. It's so like random in such a fun way. And now on to the random photo card for this album version. This one is random one of 2 selfies for each of the girls. So that concept, I can't remember what we would call that, and then the one in the glasses. So you see Chaewon in the first one and Sakura in the glasses one, and I'm comparing them kind of there. So those are the 2 ones, but it is really nice that you are getting both selfie versions from this album version, and they are all very cute. And with Eunchae here, that actually brings us to the end of the Weverse versions of Hot. Alright, we are on the final album version. This is their tin version. They did like a special version for Crazy, which is their balaclava version, and this time they did a tin version. So it's coming in this cardboard box, which is like nice and sturdy, with like a black outline image of the girls on the front, and inside is the tin, and the tin is massive. I was not expecting it to be so big, but it's kind of cool. It's fully made of metal, it feels nice and sturdy, caution content's extremely hot, kind of fun, and I love the drip of the half logo on the front. And then opening it up to all of our contents on the inside. So starting off with the CD, I was so stoked about this CD because it is itty bitty. It is so cute. The LESSERAFIM Hot final version. I love that like work in progress, like we finally did it look of it, like a completed project. It's just so cute, and I love how small it is. Obviously, I think it's going to be something I can easily display like on my wall because it's just so adorable. So love that it's an itty bitty CD in a really big tin. Next up, we're taking a look at the keychain. I love keychains, especially ones that look like keys. I think it is just so fun. We have the LESSERAFIM Hot part of it and that cool writing, and then we also have the LESSERAFIM like key, which is also like a bit of their logo. I just think it is so cool, and a really good chain, like clasp as well, not one of those like rings that you have to split. Those are fine, but like I really like how it's like basically the circle carabiners. It also has a really nice weight to it. It feels so nice. I can't wait to put this on a bag or something. Next is the postcard that comes in this album version. None of the items in this album are random, by the way, so this is what you would get as well. I like the scrapbook kind of style. Quite cute. We haven't seen something like this from LESSERAFIM, I think. Next is the magnet set. So these are all magnets bits that you can like punch out of the template here, and they work on any type of metal or fridge or what have you. I think it's a really good idea because they also work on the tin that comes with this album version, so really neat. All of the magnets are really cool. They definitely match the concept. Love the thermometer. That's part of like their merch line too, I think. And the hot sauce is so cute, but I absolutely love the tea bag one. It is just everything I would want out of LESSERAFIM. I am just a massive tea drinker. I love tea so much, and now I have like a little image magnet of a hot tea bag from this album, and it actually makes me so happy. It fills me with so much joy. Next up, we're gonna quickly go through the mini poster set that comes in this album version. They're all double-sided. They are in that same like Weverse concept version, and they are really cute. They're like very wholesome, very sweet, but also like really random and kind of quirky, like we got with that Weverse version too. Like that pile of the girls is adorable. And then that's my favorite one here, the one with the gasoline. Yeah, I really quite liked these. They were very fun. And then last thing before the photo cards, we're going to take a look at the poster, which is actually just a large connected version of all of these mini posters that we looked at. So it's also double-sided, but then it's all of them in like a smaller version. So I thought that was like kind of neat. All right, last item in this tin version, we have the photo cards or Polaroids. I absolutely love photo cards that are like Polaroid looking in this style. They are one of my favorite things. I don't know what it is, but I love them. So I was really happy to have a version like this. We have 2 photos of each of the girls in both of those Weverse version concepts. I do think there was a missed opportunity to put these in some type of envelope, bring back the LESSERAFIM photo card envelope, because a lot of these arrive dented from being just loose in the tin with that keychain in there. So that is something to consider if you do want to get this album. And that actually brings us to the end of this video. We are all done with my unboxing / review. I feel like I was more concise in a voiceover. I don't know. I was able to talk about the music more, which I know many of you have been requesting me to do. I hope that I was able to do that a little bit better. I know it's kind of tough for me when I'm like flipping through stuff. So I actually quite liked doing it like this. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise, but let me know if you prefer the old way that I did unboxings, or maybe this is something you want to see more of. I'm happy to do them either way. I'm happy to unbox LESSERAFIM all day anyways. But we are all done here, so be sure to subscribe if you aren't already, especially if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.